Okay, this is the leveling for the camper for back to front. There will be a level that you can use to get that. So first off, you just click the button which way you want it to go. That will go down. This will bring it up. If it's at nighttime for whatever reason, you can switch on the light will come on. But that's how you level that. Alright, so we're going to show you how to stabilize the camper here. Just want to say first off, these are not leveling jacks. They're not meant to level the camper. We have one thing here in the front. The tongue is for leveling. I'll show you how to do that here in a little bit. First, this is just for stabilizing. So you want to put these blocks together. They just click together like Legos. It doesn't matter. There's only 2 of these flat ones like this, so it doesn't really matter where you use them at. But if you didn't have that, you just put it down on the ground like that. So putting these together, one way or the other. Okay, so you put it under the feet. You get your screw gun here. Make sure it's for tighten. So it goes down. Make sure that the feet are on there as much as possible. You just want it to touch. There we go. Now it's not gonna flop around. Now, okay, let's say you're ready to pull out. So you need to get these back up. So put your gun here to loosen. Click it on here and just hold it and screw up. When it's done, you can take these out. And again, these break down, put them in the bag for these. Okay, I'm going to show you where the propane tanks are. There's 2 20-pound tanks. To get to them, you just flip these tabs, pull this off, flip this one, pull it off. I just set them right here for right now. Take this cover off. Put it out of the way. Okay, here's your tanks. This has a gauge here pointing to the left right now because that's the first one that we've been using. You would want to make sure these valves are all the way opened. So they're open, blah, blah, blah. So the way that this works is it will use the side that is selected to first. So right now it's to the left. If this was to run out, it will automatically go over and start using the right one. You don't have to switch it. So when you get this camper, these will be closed. That means when you get to wherever you're going, you'll need to take this off and open them up because you should not be driving down the road with these both opened. Alright, so if you decided to opt for our generator, this is what we got here. We have a Champion 4,000 watt dual fuel. We only use propane in this. For one, you get a lot more and it's cheaper and way less maintenance. So we do not use gasoline in this. So you'll get one of these 20-pound tanks of propane. It'll come with this connector, which has this hose on it. It also tells you on how full it is when it's open. It's not opened yet. That'll be here in just a second. So the first thing you're going to want to do is take off the cap. It just flops around. Then you take this cap off here is where it connects for the propane. This little black nub here goes into the hole. It's the only way it'll fit. If you try to put it any other way, it won't go in. So it's just a quick connect. You just click in there, push it in. Oops. Clicks on. Now you're good to go. Next thing you want to do is open up the valve on the propane tank. Open this all the way. There you go. And you can actually see the gauge on there. It tells you we're in the green. So we got decent amount of fuel in there. The next thing you're gonna want to do is come over to this. Right now it's on off. You're gonna want to switch it to choke all the way down. So the propane has to run from the tank into this through the system. It takes a little bit to get going. So what I'll do is a few times you pull it a couple of times. Okay, it's getting close, but it doesn't always start right up. It takes a little bit. So we'll switch it to the propane one here and pull it again. So, like I said, it takes a little while. Sometimes we'll go back to choke here, get a few more pulls. Let's go back to propane. There we go. Let it run for just a little while.
Now that the generator is started, we're going to go ahead and make sure that our exhaust is facing away from our campsite. And we're going to show you how to hook up the generator to the camper trailer. This black cord is what we're going to connect to the camper trailer. Lock it in place. Lift that flap. Plug it in. Now your camper trailer is hooked up to power source. All right, because this is an inverter generator, you have to make sure that you unplug from the power source first. Let your generator sit for about 30 seconds. About as long as it takes to unhook it from the camper. Now that it's unhooked, now we can go ahead and shut off the generator. Now that it's shut off, we will disconnect it from the fuel. Turn off your fuel so you're not wasting any if you have any left. And we're done. All right, this cupboard here holds our flat grill and our freezer. So it does have a magnetic hold there. And what he's going to do is he's going to show you how it opens, lift the latches. It's held. All right, now to open this, you push the lever down, pull the drawer out. This is a fridge, but it can be cranked up to be a freezer. This is the Lodge flat grill. This is the drainage hole. This holds your cooking utensils or your beer, whatever you so desire. Over here is the hose for the propane, and underneath this little yellow thing is where you pop the propane hose in. You got to push it in, and then you got to pull it out to lock it. When you are ready for the propane to flow, that little black latch there, you have to flip it outwards for the propane to flow out. When you're done using it, you got to put the propane latch back to the off position. To pull it out, you got to pull that orange stuff back and put the hose back into the hole. And then make sure you clean the grill, put all the grease into this grease trap here. We will provide a scraping spatula, and so you just scrape it all into this little hole. And then this is the grease trap here. You just take this and you can dump it into your campfire to let it burn. And then that is that. Go ahead and close her up. This is the outdoor fridge / freezer. The nice thing about this thing is you can open it from both sides. All right, so I'm gonna go ahead and open it from this side. There's a power cord here, so if you want to plug it into the power hookup right there, you can do so. You can see we haven't used this yet. This is the on section here. You can set the temperature here. If you want to turn it into a freezer, obviously you're going to crank it down really, really, really low. Then there's a set button. It's, like I said, you can move it around if you want to put it out here because you guys have a fire going over here and you want to have your drinks cool right next to you. That is doable. In order to turn it on, you just press the on button right here. Okay. It looks like it's blinking on my camera, but I want you to know that the lights are steady right here for me. And then you can set your temperature right here. And then when you're ready to turn it off, you just press and hold. And now it's off. This is how you get the water set up so that you can have hot water on demand. This is the on-demand water heater. You can turn it on like so. I have it set to 131 degrees. You can adjust the temperature with the up-down button. When you are ready for hot water and you turn your hot water on, it will get hot within a few seconds. This is the water pump. You only need to turn this on when you are not connected to city water, but we are connected to city water right now, so it doesn't matter. This is the tank heater. This is only when you are camping out into the cold weather. These buttons here tell you, if you push them, they'll tell you how full or empty the tank is. So right now I have the water on, the heater on, and so I'm going to go over here. This is cold all the way to the right. This is hot all the way to the left. In order to make the water go, you're going to pull out. It's on hot right now, so it's cold, cold, cold. And right now it's getting warm. It will take a few seconds for it to get hot. Ouch, and now it's hot. This is the shower. This is hot water. This is cold water. In order to use the shower head, if you press it in, it's going to flow, and if you press it out, it's going to be turned off. And so I'm just going to pull this out. I'm going to press it in so the water is on. I am going to figure out a way to hold this. And there's the water. After it runs for a little bit, it will eventually get hot. See the water steaming. The fridge will be on as long as there is either shore power or if you have the power from the solar panel generator turned on. In order to open the fridge, you just pinch and pull out. The fridge is easy to control. It's just like a normal fridge. You turn this dial to the temperature that you want. This is the ice box. There's a little ice tray in here if you want. And that's pretty much it. It's really simplistic, really easy to use. All right, I'm going to show you how to turn on the temperature control. So this button right here, when you press it once, press it twice, now it's going to blink. You can choose air conditioning or heat. Right now I'm going to put it on to heat because air conditioning, you can't use it unless you are hooked up to shore power or a generator. And so right now it's set to 64 degrees. We are already at 64 degrees. So let's just say you're really chilly and you want to crank the heat. You press once and you can turn it up to, let's say, 68 degrees. I actually don't want it to turn on right now because it's already warm. So there's that. And then let's say you want to turn off your heat. You just roll it until it clicks to off and then press in and now you're done. So now let's say that it's not exactly hot enough to need air conditioning, but you still want to have some fresh air. All you got to do is press fan on. And then our fan will automatically open up and turn on. Now it's pumping in cold air to you. Let's say that you want to change the speed of the fan. Now it's on level 2. Now it's on level 3. And now it's back, or I'm sorry, 4, and then now it's back to 1. Now let's say that you are chilly and you want to close it. You can just go ahead and vent close. And then that's it. Fan off will shut down everything and it's over. There you go. All right, I'm going to show you how to open up the windows because it can be a little bit intimidating because of how tight these are. Basically, all you got to do is twist it out this way and pull it out. Twist and pull out. Then you just push them until they lock right here at the edge. And now your window's open. In case of an emergency, you can just push these all the way out. And then this screen will pop out and you can escape out this window. When you're ready to close the window, you just pull it closed, grab one of these, twist it and tuck it. Twist it and tuck it. There you go. All right, in order to use the stovetop, you have to first make sure that you put the glass back fully. Otherwise, you risk ruining your stovetop or our stovetop. So in order to get this to start, first you got to go ahead and make sure that your propane is on. You can hear the propane. Listen. Right there. Now, the igniter goes to the right. So I'm going to press in so that the flow of the propane is going. And then I'm going to turn this so that it'll start the fire. Like that. I'm going to go ahead and put it down low. And voila. All right. The inTech Soul Horizon comes with this Jensen audio system. And so we have speakers, 1, 2, 3, 4, about 4 speakers around the whole entire camper. So this audio system, when you turn it on, all you have to do is press once and the system comes on. It has AM and FM. The FM is already set up with Alaska stations. We have Bluetooth, and the Bluetooth mode, in order to pair with your device, you have to press and hold, and it'll say, you have to press and hold and it'll say pair, and then it'll give you a countdown timer, and you just basically have to make sure it pairs up with your cell phone before this timer goes out. Now, this third button right here is the HDMI. This actually pairs with our television. So right now I have it set for loud in section B. Zone A is for the front of the camper where the dinette is. Zone B is the bedroom. So right now I have it set for Zone B. If you were to come back here and to watch TV, you turn on the TV. We have this already set up with our Amazon Prime, but when guests use our camper, they are going to have to set up with their own logins as needed. Please be aware that the television does not work unless you are connected to shore power or if you are connected to a generator, which we do have generator access for an extra fee if you are interested in that. And of course, when I'm uploading a video, it's going to have an update in progress for our remote, you know, because that's how everything does. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to go to Prime Video, and I am going to choose something at random to show you how the sound looks, or how the sound sounds. Okay. Good Omens. Resume episode. Okay, so you can tell right now it's pretty quiet. You can turn up the volume with the remote control. However, it's still a little bit quiet. You can turn up the volume on the trailer and it will make it louder. So just be aware that you can possibly blow the speakers if you have the volume up on the Jensen system too high, and then you try to turn the volume up on the TV as well. So anyways, my husband is going to demonstrate how to assemble the dinette bed. First, he's going to roll up the table cover. This is a simple grippy cover that you can purchase from Walmart. And he's going to place it in here. Next, he's going to disassemble the table. In order to take that part out, you have to hit your foot on the button right there and then twist out. Now he's going to take off all of the decor. In the right side of the couch, underneath, you'll see a little sneaky hideaway. In this little sneaky hideaway, we do have extra sleeping bags. And below that, we have the dinette bed. You'll notice that this does come with this very small, twisty item. I don't know what else to call it. Basically, what it does is it allows for the bed to be stable. I don't even know what you would call that thing. What would you call it?
Some kind of stand pole thing.
All right. So next up, he has to take the stand pole and he has to take it out of the plastic because this is brand new. In order to twist the things back into the spot, you have to press on the button again, twist it in. When it is snug but not tight, then you can go ahead and place everything back on where you need it to be. The table goes back. And there you have it. There's the bed. Now you have a lovely dinette bed. Good enough for 2 people or 3 children, depending on what you have camping with you. For reference, my husband is about 5'8", 5'9".
Pretty comfortable.
I bet it's pretty comfy. You'll notice that the back window is very, very dark, and that's because we have the protector screen on it. This protector screen protects the glass as you're driving. However, when you take it off, you will have a very lovely view of wherever you are parked at. This is how to tell how full or empty your tanks are. So starting off with the battery, our battery is full. 3 full lights means it's full battery. Our fresh water is 1/3 full. These two, we're not sure why they gave us 2 buttons for these, because technically these things are the same thing. So it's our gray water / black water is empty / low.
Alright, so I'm going to show you guys how to dump the black water and gray water. First you want to grab this container that says black water only. Only stuff for dumping should go in here. In there is going to be these gloves. They're size large. Hopefully that will fit most people's hands. I'm not going to use them right now because there's no gray water in here. It's just clean water. So the first thing you want to do is take this off. It should just spin off. Right now it's not connected, but it'll be connected later. Then you want to grab this. This should be closed too. Make sure this isn't open before you take that off. So make sure there's no rocks or dust in there. Okay, so then you just click this on here. Should twist. Now it's tight on there. Okay, then the next thing you're going to do is come over here and open up the drain hose. It's just sitting inside this. Here's what it looks like. Take this, connect it over here to this thing. This one will twist on. There we go. Okay. Then you take this end and you want to connect it to the drain valve here, or the drain 90-degree angle. Twist on. This part will go into the drain tube, but we don't have one here at home. So that's good to go there. Next thing you're going to do is pull this open. We're not going to do that because it's full of clean water and I don't want it to just rush all over the ground right here. But what you do is open this up. That will let water flow here, and then you would open this one and that will let it flow down there, and then you just let it go until there's no more fluid coming out of this. If at any reason there's stuff stuck in here or something along those lines, you're trying to flush it out, we have this orange hose here that will connect to here. It just screws in, and then this goes to a water source. Usually at a dumping station they'll have a place where you can connect this hose so you can backfill this and they'll flush water up in there to try and get anything that might be stuck in there out. And when you're ready to go, you will close all the valves. Make sure that's closed. Make sure that's closed. Disconnect this here. Just twist off. And then you'll disconnect it from over here. Take that off. This goes back into its container. This also stretches, by the way. You need more length to stretch it. Push this in there. Like that. Close up the lid. Same thing right here. You just come over here and twist it. If it's tight, which that one is, we have these little wrenches here. This is a 4-inch. This is 3-inch. They say them right there on there. Just click it in here like this until it grabs one way or the other. And then you twist, and it pops off. And let's put this back in its container. Take these back in its container. If you pull this out, put that back. And then you take the lid, put the lid back on, twist it up, and you're good to go.